You want to blog? Okay, I think I'm gonna have you guys follow me around all day today. Just saying. And starting with my skincare. This is that 111 vitamin C brightening booster. You mix it with your moisturizer. So this is going on first. With my Olay Regenifist moisturizer. I haven't done anything yet. I took a shower. I had a mask on. That's it. Nothing else. They say 1 to 2 drops. This stuff is so expensive. It's like 100 and something. I'm not doing that. 1 drop is enough. Thank you. If I had the money to buy more, well, then I'd do 2 drops. No, I don't have that money. So, it's 1 drop. Thank you. I'm taking my brother. He has a dentist appointment. I don't know if you'll meet him or not. But I'm going to be right near my old stomping grounds from when I grew up. The old street. So I think I'm going to bring you guys by there. It has totally changed. The house is gone. Just saying. This is Verify 2020. It's an eye cream. I pulled it in my Saturday sample series a while back, and I like it. Oh no. Oh, thank God. I don't care what kind of eye cream I use as long as I use an eye cream. I say that and then I go and fall on my face, and now I have a scar right under my eye. The scar tells me how lucky I was, because I could have really damaged my eyes. I haven't had breakfast yet. Actually, it's probably going to be a brunch. Okay, this is empty. Yay! It's very satisfying to empty a product, even if it is a deluxe size sample. Okay. No. Yes. Alright, this is my primer. Sorry about my skin. Is that it? It's 50 plus PA. It's a Korean, not a primer. It's a Korean SPF. I always mix it with, when I use this, the Iconic London highlighter. For a while, I was just mixing this with foundation to give my skin a little bit of glow. Now today I'm going to put it under my foundation to give a little more glow. I'm going to put on an airbrush foundation. I'm trying to use a lot of stuff that are in my project pan, 21 and 21, because now we are officially in the 6th month, and I haven't even used up, I think, 10 products. So, I need to get on that. This is in my project pan, and I think it's right here. I didn't use makeup this year. I didn't use a lot of makeup this year because of COVID. I've only just recently started doing makeup again. Okay, I'm gonna put my mascara on while the the sunscreen and everything is soaking in. I think this is the last time I'm gonna use this. It's very dry. It's not making the noise anymore. It flakes. And I'm asking myself as I'm putting it on, why are you putting that on? It is a really good mascara. Before, after, before. Today is the day after Memorial Day. We didn't do a whole lot. My sister wasn't feeling well. She's been sick all week. In fact, I made pork steaks, and I called my brothers because we made enough from our brothers. I made whole dinner. I made corn on the cob, fried potatoes, my own recipe, and pork steak. And I called my brother and I said, okay, I'm making you dinner. He's like, oh, great, what time will I be over? I go, you're not staying. I'll call you to come by and pick up your dinner. And he's like, oh, okay. And then I explained why. This is the primer. What is this? Maybelline Master Prime. I think this is the neutral. Anybody can use it. What I really need is the one that's green toned to tone down my redness. So, that's what we did yesterday. And last night, about 1 o'clock in the morning, I looked in the mirror and I'm like, oh wow, look at all that gray. It was all gray right here. So I colored my hair. Okay, this is Airbrush. It's Sally Hansen. I don't even know if they sell it anymore. I spray it in my hand and do that. I'm sure it's not the correct way. But if I spray it on my face, it gets everywhere. Anyway, I was talking to my sister yesterday. I've used all this stuff to keep my neck looking, without wrinkles and stuff. And they're going to do 3 biopsies on my neck. So I'm going to have 3 scars on my neck. Don't get old. Okay. I have 2 things more to put on. You're never going to guess what one is. It's been lost for like 2 months in my project pan. Well, it hasn't been lost. I had it at work. It's a mat. The key is letting it dry down because I'm still wearing masks. And at medical facilities, you're still required to wear a mask. So, why mess up your mask? You put on lipstick, you put on the mask, and then you take off your mask. The lipstick's all over your mask, and the lipstick's all over your face. Okay. This is the e.l.f. palette that I've had forever and a day. And it is getting bigger, the pan. I have been using it. Okay. After this, I'm gonna go make dinner, or not dinner, my brunch. And I'll show you what I'm making. I'm making something different today. I'm gonna try and be a little more healthy. Okay, I'll be back. Bye. Okay, this is my brunch. I have some rice with mushroom soup. I have also in here is sardines. I know. But the sardines contain omega fatty acids, and they help my joint pain so much. And then I also steamed some veggies. Okay. Yes, I've already tasted it. I've already had this. And, yeah, I'm okay with it. Alright, bye. Okay. Dropped my brother off. When people ask me, where are you from? I always say South St. Louis. And they're like, but where? Because St. Louis has neighborhoods. They've named the neighborhoods, or you go by the city. And I'd be like, okay, I'm a block out of Dogtown and a block out of Maplewood. Seriously. I'm just a Southside girl. And I'm going to show you where I always said, and they knew exactly where I was from. So hold on, and come on, I'll be right back. Okay, when people ask me where I'm from, I'll say, Maplewood, Dogtown, in between. And they're like, oh, okay. But where I'm really from is Manchester and McCausland. Anywhere you say that to anybody and they'll know exactly where you're talking about. When I was a kid, this Walgreens was a grocery store. I don't know which one, but it went out of business, and now it's a Walgreens. Across the street, you see the Family Dollar. That was a Schnucks Well, before that was Adele Farm. See where that big building is back there? That was a field up until about 5 years ago. And these gas stations have been here forever. And right across the street is a green area. It used to be a car lot. Oh, hold on, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, you see that? That car lot used to be all the way up to that pagoda. This was what we called the statue place. And I tell you, the statue place looked better than all this. This is sad. This is new, Manchester Auto Center. I don't know when that came up. But see right there, Dogtown Motors. People were like, you're not in Dogtown. Yes, I am. Because that is directly across from where I grew up. The house on the other side of the alley is where I grew up. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, blown away. They have totally redone this house. No, that is a new house. It used to be a smaller house, and it's for sale if anybody wants one. That looks so cute. Look, isn't that nice? A boarded up building. It still has good bones. I hope they're going to do something with it. It looks like they just boarded it up. So I don't know. But what is really freaking me out is this. This was a field. And a school was up here. A huge building was up here. You can see the foundation still here. But they apparently have torn it down. Look at that. But I don't know what the school was. I know it was religious. I know kids lived on site. But, and they would never let the kids that lived here play with the neighborhood kids. Because somebody's feeling was hurt, and I was walking down and I saw the boy. And he was like a year younger than me. And I'm like, what's up? You know, I think I was like 12, maybe he was 11 or 10. And he like ran off. So, but yeah, it's gone. And the funny thing is, this church owned a field across the street. They actually, what the hell is this? Are these weeds? Does anybody know? Tell me. Because they don't look like weeds. Ew, they don't feel good either. They might be weeds. But, yeah, they tore it down. Alright, but this church that was here, the school, owned property across the street. And I'll tell you the story of that in a minute. I'll be right back. Okay, there's my little car. They have cleaned this area up so well. This is a church, Prince of Peace, Apostolic, Pentecostal church. It was not that growing up. That's new. I think they've covered up the original sign. But we used to come down here and just hang out at the church. There was nothing else to do. You know, we would sit up here on the rail, you know, and talk. What I wanted to show you was, this church, by the way, had nothing in common, nothing to do with the school across the street that is no longer there. Okay, the school owned this property. Isn't this gorgeous? But this was not here when I was growing up. My first memory of this corner, there was an old-fashioned store, beautiful woodwork. My sister going into it, and there was a store, a mom and pop store. It closed. I don't have any memory of it. But the building was also an apartment complex. And then I guess it got dilapidated and they tore it down. And this where this house is now used to be a field. And at first there was big mounds of dirt, and we would come down here and play King of the Hill. This house is totally not in character of this neighborhood. It's beautiful. It's like a mansion. It does not belong here. Okay, this is the other side of this church. Isn't that nice? When I was a kid, I remember we used to be able to see the stars at night, and we would come down here and lay on this hill and look at the stars. I stopped when I got dog duty in my hair. Okay, this house on the right here, this was the Baldwins. I don't know if it's still the Baldwins. They're pretty darn old if they're still here. He was a gardener. He used to have incredible designs right here on his front of his lawn. It was gorgeous. Okay, coming up now. Who is this? This was the Goodwins. And right next door was their grandmother, Mrs. Dobby. And there was another older couple there. Right here, this house and this house were not here when I was growing up. This area was occupied by a woman named Myrtle. She was, you know how every neighborhood has the evil woman? Yeah, Myrtle was the evil woman. Our house was right there. And we were so broke. We didn't have frisbees to play with. We would play with the containers, the lids to big ice cream. It wasn't even ice cream. It was ice milk. And they would inevitably go in her yard, and she would keep them. She wouldn't come back. Can we please have our lid back? No. But these are the older houses. Definitely the neighborhood is looking so much better. They have worked on these houses. This was where the street I lived. I'm gonna cross the street. This is not the house I grew up in. I wish. But I wonder. No, it's gone. Right here where this non-existent grass is, our neighbor, Mr. Lawler, who lived in this house, and this is the house, it looks so much bigger. It looks so much bigger. But he and you know what? That plant right there was not there. We could walk through the side. But this is a bigger house than what I grew up in. He would come out and talk. Hold on, there's somebody coming out, and I will be right back. So, they came out and they're like, "What are you doing?" Videotaping. And I explained. But yeah, this was Mr. Lawler's house. And he was just a sweet guy. He was like a grandpa to us. And he took care of us. This was Mrs. Diener's house. They really worked on it. I love that house. They really did a great job. It was an ugly green, but now it's beautiful. I gotta realize when I'm not actually filming. Okay, this house. This house was owned by two sisters. I don't remember their names. But this house caught fire. And one of the sisters passed away. And they gave it to their church. And another neighbor who's no longer here went in with some people from church, and they were just cleaning out the house because they were kind of like hoarders. And they were throwing books into a box, and money fell out of one of the books. So they went back and they found a ton of money, and it all went to the church. It should have went to the ladies, because they needed it for their, or the remaining one needed it for their care. This house was rental property. I'm thinking it still is, but it's much better. It's so nice looking right now. But, oh, I just remembered. The reason we moved my mom from the street is because the people who are renting this house, one New Year's Eve, started shooting firecrackers at our house. And the police were called. They actually tried to beat my brother up with a bat, but he was actually into karate at the time, and he took the bat from him and beat it with them. And yeah. So there was it was time to leave, is what I'm saying. Okay. The apartments. Just about everybody in the neighborhood grew up, moved into these after they left their mom's house, and I'm no different. When I say my second apartment was right across the street from my mom's house, this is what I mean. And they're very nice apartments, or they were. I'm sure that they look very nice still. Mine was the back apartment, and you had a full basement. It was huge. And there's back parking back there too. Maybe I'll drive back there and show you. A German couple lived in this house. And they're gone. And in fact, they were gone a long time ago, about 10 years before we moved. And another couple moved in, and they put a big, I wonder if it's still there, a water fountain back there. And they had fish in it, but the birds came by and ate the fish. Okay, this was the Heyman house. They weren't nice people, but I tell you, whoever, with the tree growing out of the side of the house, these people have really done a nice thing with this house. It looks great, but yeah, there's a tree growing out of the house. How crazy is that? I wonder if it's unoccupied right now. This was Mrs. Grauvis's, or the Grauvis's. Old German couple. They were so sweet. He was always working on the yard. And Yeah, they're gone. Many people lived in this house, and I forget the woman's name, and she's lucky I forget her name. She's probably dead, but she was very abusive to me. She was a babysitter, and I remember as a kid her hitting me really bad, and uh, I'm sure it was because I smarted off, but she hit me really hard right in the stomach, and that was the last time that I was taken care of by her. This was the Pale House. They've worked on it. It looks really nice. There used to be a fence right there where you didn't see this car lot. Wait a minute. This used to be... Okay, it was a car lot for us growing up, but up until about 2 years ago, you can still see it. This was a plant shop, and the shelving for the plant shop is still over there. Okay. This is McCausland Service. When I was a kid, it was Phillips 66. And the guys used to come out, clean your window and, fill your tank up. And if you needed it, my mom didn't even have to get out of the car. It is passed down from owner to owner. Owner to owner. No, that's not the right thing to say. Okay. The owner, when he's ready to retire, will pick somebody, one of his employees, and say, okay, you pay me as you go for this amount of time. It's like rent to own. And they've done it with the last 3 owners. So it's really a cool thing. And they've always been good people. I gotta tell you, when I was like 3 years old, my dad was in the hospital, and my little brother, no, I was 4, and my little brother was just born, and my little brother was just born, and my mom was home with us. Everybody must have been in school, because it was just my mom and I and my little brother. And she had given us both a bath. And, she got me out of the bathtub, wrapped a towel around me, and said, okay, let me take care of your little brother. And so I walk out of the bathroom. I'm sure, I don't know when I lost the towel, but I lost my towel. And about 20 minutes later, my mom didn't even realize I wasn't there. The neighbors see one of the grease monkeys carrying me up the street, totally nude. And they're like, does anybody know who this belongs to? And they're like, yeah, it's that house right there. And I'm like, okay. And they're like, okay. So my mom is like, I'm so sorry. But after that, it was like a bond had been made because they saved my life. They carried me up a couple times. Once I was riding the bicycle and the brakes didn't work, and I almost died because I slammed. I flew right into traffic, and I remember looking up and seeing an 18-wheeler inches from me. I was like, oh my God. So, but yeah, that's me. I'm going to take you to the back of the apartment complex, okay? It won't take long. Oh my God, I'm brokenhearted. I wanted to talk about the garages back here, but I think they're all gone. There used to be a roll on this side of flat roofed bridge or garages. They're gone. They're all gone. This was not here. Right here. It wasn't just pull up parking like this. There were garages. And they're all gone. They were all about the same height. And they were all flat roofed. And I think it was about, 3 to 4 feet in between each one. Even here's gone. This is so sad. But, oh my God, wow. They're all gone. But, they were about 2 feet, 3 to 4 feet apart. And in the summertime, this is before computers and video games and stuff. And, oh, look, somebody moved. But this is nice. They did good here. There was a garage here too. And we would climb on top of the garage and play rooftop tag. Can't believe they're all gone. Hold on. I'm back. We would play rooftop tag. And it was so much fun. We would, the rule was you couldn't get off the roof. And, oh, I need to go back and turning you around. But one night, we were playing it up here, and the Baldwins, the ones I told you about with the beautiful front yard, they would always call the cops on us. Assholes. And, they called the cops on us. Hold on. Here, right about. And I was on this garage that was here. And somebody said, cops. And so everybody started jumping off the roofs. It was about a 6-7 foot drop. And I tried to jump to that tree right there. The one I have mainly on my camera. I think there was a branch that was out, and I was going to grab it and get down. But the cops were like, don't do it. Don't do it. I'm like, okay, whatever. So they caught me. Hold on. I think I just talked for about 5 minutes and the camera wasn't on. So we're going back. Okay. So we would play rooftop tag. And one night, the neighbors came and, the neighbors called the cops, and, we were on this roof when we saw them. The roof behind me. The last roof over here. This house. Beautiful. I love what they've done. And, everybody started jumping off the roofs. And I jumped to the next house. To the next house's roof, which was right there where this tree is. Right there. Right where that car's parked, that's where there was a garage. And I moved to that, there was a big branch hanging over. I was going to jump on it and get myself down some. And the cops got me. So, they're like, where you live? I'm like, around the corner. They brought me home, and my mom answered the door, and they're like, is this your daughter? And she goes, yes. And everybody who I was playing rooftop tag with was inside. And they were like, don't tell. Don't tell. And I didn't. And my mom's like, you caught the fat one. Thanks, Mom. And I was the shortest, by the way. uh, they wanted me to tell who was on the roof with me, and I was like, I was by myself. Because you didn't tell. Okay, I'm turning you around. Okay, I used to park in this parking lot, but here are the apartments, and this one right here, that's the one that I lived in. They're 2 bedroom, by the way. I think I paid $300 a month, and when I say I paid, I did, because my brother never paid me. There are 2 bunnies in the yard. We're going to. You see the bunny? And there's another one behind him. Wow. These, this gate is new. It was lower before. Oh, here we need to. No, come on, come on. It was lower. This is like almost, I guess that's a 5-foot gate. It was like a 4-foot gate, and it enclosed the green area. And, yeah. I like it like this better. Okay. You used to be able to climb back there where that wood fence is and, hide. It was like, you could hide there. This used to have grapes on it. There used to be a grapevine here. And I don't think there is anymore. I think this is just overgrown weeds. But there used to be a grapevine here. I think that's gone. Yeah, these are not grapes. But, yeah. So this is where I used to live. I'm so upset about the garage. It's weird that I knew all but 2 people. Well, I don't remember anybody who lived in that apartment complex besides myself. Hold on. I don't remember anybody who lived in that apartment complex besides myself and the Schulers. The Schulers lived in 5 of the rental properties on our street. It was like they were moving all the time. I think they had a problem. It was a single mother. I think she was having problems paying the bills. So when she would owe a lot of money, she would move. Oh my gosh, look, the honeysuckles. We used to have a vine like that in our backyard. And I used to just go down there and after a rain or morning dew, suck on them because I thought they tasted good. Wow, everything is so different without the garages. I can't believe all the garages are gone. And that school is gone. This house I showed you in the beginning that's all boarded up, that was also rental property. Wonder what's going on with it. But apparently a lot of people are rehabbing the houses around here. And, that makes me happy. So, I know this one was. I'm going to stop this vlog and start a new one in a minute. I'm going to show you one more thing, tell you one more story, and then it'll be over with. Okay, bye.